Welcome to FilmIn5D, the show that's exclusively film in the 5D Mark II. I'm your host, Aaron Hammock. This week...
That sounds weird. Exclusively?
Exclusively, baby. That's what we do up in here.
Changing it, man? I don't remember it.
I change it every week.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, I'm your host, Aaron Hammock. This week, we show you our green screen techniques. With the increasing availability of professional-grade products and their consistent decrease in price, independent filmmakers like myself can make quality work at minimal expense. Now, more than ever, with the Canon 5D Mark II, even you can make professional quality films. However, filmmaking isn't easy, but hey, let's figure it out. On the show, we'll be covering everything DSLR video has to offer, as well as all of the bases from pre to post-production. This show will also be featuring an array of short films and skits, all shot in the Canon 5D. So get your glasses on, because this is FilmIn5D. When people who are new to chroma key hear the term green screen, the first thing that comes to mind is that the screen actually has to be green. The fact of the matter is, you can choose any color you want, since all you're doing is removing that color from the shot.
Even orange?
Orange probably wouldn't be very good, but I stand corrected. Orange would not be good. Do not use orange. However, most people choose a green one because it stands out from normal colors, especially skin tones.
I would consider green a normal color.
Bright green. Bright ass green, right there.
Oh, excuse me.
Another popular option is a blue screen. I find that these work best in landscape settings, where you can use green filters over your lights to simulate the greenery from a surrounding. Basically, what it comes down to is which color will separate itself best from the foreground, like your subject's clothes. That's the color you should use, and you'll find that more often than not, a green one works just fine.
So wait, you're saying that a green screen can be not green?
Regardless of which color screen you use, there are three things that should never vary. Your screen should be lit from both sides, as evenly as possible, with the same wattage on both lights. I prefer fluorescent light bulbs since they run cool and give off a cool light that really makes the green screen stand out. Second, your subject should always be at least 2 feet away from the screen, and if you have a larger green screen, the further away the better. Finally, your subject should always be well lit. This will help them pop from the background, making the keying process much easier. An important thing to note if you're shooting with a green screen for the first time is that you want to avoid any shadows, because the color of the screen needs to be the same all the way across. Next, I'll show you how I key out my green screen footage when compositing. But first, a public service announcement.
I don't know, man. I'm still nervous.
Dude, relax. Besides, we're always looking for new help.
What if he doesn't like my style?
Chillax, dude. Just be yourself.
Alright, that's good. So, do you think he's gonna teach us any new camera tricks today?
Okay. So when you meet him, don't look him in the eyes.
What?
Don't look him in the eyes. He hates that.
Okay.
Look, let's just go inside and just be yourself.
You're late.
Hey man, Will's here to help out.
Hey, it's nice to meet you.
So we're gonna shoot this thing or what?
I'm here to help, so whatever I need to do.
Who the frick is this guy? What are you looking at?
Colton told me. Wow, Colton, really?
Welcome to
I can't believe you, man. You made me look like a complete...
everything film. You'll actually learn something in this show.
See the look on your face. Aaron, dude, are we gonna shoot the skit or what?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, dude, let's go get the stuff.
And now, the settings we use for our green screen.
Aaron, what the heck was that?
What?
I think Will's a spy.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
Let it be. For now. So for keying, I use Keylight in Adobe After Effects. Now there are several plugins out there, and some of them are even better than Keylight. Nonetheless, the majority of them use the same settings, and I'll be giving you the values that you'll want to keep an eye on. The first value you want to look at is the gain. Now, I see people on YouTube recommend anywhere from 100 to 120 for this value, but I personally never put it over 110. I feel that if you need to put it over 110, you did something wrong while shooting, most likely lighting. When I'm setting these values, I always work in screen matte mode. Here, everything we see in black is invisible, and everything we see in white is visible. I set my screen pre-blur to 2 for most situations. What? You like made a
something wrong
face?
with my face?
Yeah.
I'm just watching the screen, man.
Then I go to the screen matte section and take a look at the clip black and clip white values. Now these values will vary between different projects, but I like to clip my whites between 50 and 100, and my blacks between 0 and 40. The more you clip the whites, the more natural your image will look against its background, but also the more you will be able to see through the foreground, so you have to be careful. Clipping the blacks works in the same way, except the higher it is, the more you'll be able to see through the shadow parts of your image. I keep the screen shrink grow between 0 and -2. I also change the replace color to something closer to dark green. That way, when I render, it doesn't have to change the green glow to a completely different color.
That was awesome.
Finally, I put the screen softness at 0.5. And that should give you a general idea for keying your footage. And that's it for this week. If you'd like, you can follow me on Twitter at www.twitter.com/AaronHammock. And we'll be back next week to show you how to build a DIY Steadicam for under $25.
Doing that next week?
Yeah,
It was only $25?
$25.
Really?
Works like one for $400.
I know, it feels pretty nice.
Yeah.
Buttery smooth,
Buttery smooth.
like a baby's butt.
Okay.
Might as well as a female. What if he doesn't like my style? Alright, dude. Just be yourself. Alright.
Alright, we gotta do that again. These dudes are filming me.
You guys not do that, please?